Is the juice, Thailand, really worth the squeeze? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna deep dive into that topic, so let's get started. Hey everybody, it's Jim with Passport to Thailand. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, today's video was inspired by one of my subscribers. And he's out of the UK, he's asked me not to use his name, which is fine. But the title of his email to me, which I'm laughing about, was funny. And it was, hey Jim, is the juice, Thailand, really worth the squeeze? And he said, I'm 6 months from retirement, and he wanted my honest opinion about what it's like living here as an American expat and retired in Thailand. So great topic. So before we get started, if I could please ask, if you haven't subscribed, if you could please do so. It helps the channel out immensely. We're a new channel trying to get out there to help as many people as we can. And if you could do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. So thank you. Okay, so we'll use his name, we'll call him Tom. And Tom wrote a very long email. He was in, I guess I could say, public service in the UK, and he's getting ready to retire. So he's 6 months out. Now, the first thing, Tom, now I'm gonna go through a whole bunch of topics to answer a lot of your questions. But before I get into all that, I just have to say this. If you're looking at retirement, if you're close to retirement, or maybe you're already retired, and maybe wherever you are in the world, your retirement's not going as well as you thought it would be, and you're looking for an option, and you've heard about Thailand, you've seen videos, you've heard a few things, but you've never been here, stick around for this video. I'm going to answer a lot of questions to help those that are in retirement or getting ready for retirement as Thailand is a possible option. So let's dive right into it. And so we'll call him Tom. His email to me, I've put together the 5 top things he was asking me on a list. So we'll dive right into those. And the first one was weather. Now, him coming from the UK, very similar from where I came from in the United States. We had 4 seasons and a lot of cold, crappy weather, really, most of the time. Thailand is a hot, humid environment. It's a tropical country. It's got southern islands, amazing beaches, and it also has northern mountains where I'm at and have chosen to live with my wife. If you're not into hot, humid weather, it's gonna be a challenge. It took me several months when I moved over here to get acclimated with the temperature. Really, it was a lot different than where I came from in the US, and I come from the southwest part of the United States. So, but you do have options in Thailand. If you love the beaches and the beautiful weather, you can go to the south. If you like cooler weather, mountainous areas where I live, you have that option as well. This is mid-November 2024, and up here in the evenings, it gets in the 60s, and during the day, it's about mid-80s to upper 80s, depending on the day and the weather, clouds, and it's overcast. But we get cool weather up here, and people are wearing sweaters, especially in the evening and certainly in the mornings till about 10 o'clock when it warms up. So you do have options in Thailand, depending on what you like and where you want to live, weather related. So let's talk about the next topic that comes up a lot with me, and that's the cost of living. There's no mistake that Thailand is a low-cost country to live in. Now, that doesn't mean if you want to live in downtown Bangkok in a high-rise in the Asok area, you can spend $1 million on a condo very, very easily. But generally speaking, if you're outside of those areas, costs of living are very low. Meals are a couple dollars a piece. If you want to rent an apartment in downtown Bangkok, you can do it for about $500 a month, $600 for a really nice one. We're not talking about the brand new building, but we're talking about a several-year-old building, but a nice place, comfortable place to live for $500 a month, really get you a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. Now, housing, depending on what you like, I built a home, and it cost me a little over 200 and some thousand. I can't remember the exact number. I have a video. If you're interested in that, there's a whole series of videos on this channel about us building our dream home. So I encourage you to if you have a few minutes, go check those videos out for those that are interested in coming over to build. And I'll just segue for a moment on that topic. When we came here to retire, the last thing we wanted was a rent payment or a mortgage payment. We were done with that. So we came over and decided to build. So we don't have a mortgage. We don't have rent every month. We don't have car payments. We paid cash. So if you're able to do that, it makes retirement so much easier than having those heavy monthly expenses, regardless of where you're at throughout Thailand. But the cost of living is exceptionally low compared to Western countries, which your dollar or your euro goes a long, long way here. So you have a high standard of living for a low cost, more life for less money. The other topic that came up quite a bit, which I'm not sure why, but infrastructure, roads. The roads are fantastic here. Really, if you're on major highways anywhere throughout Thailand, they're in really good condition. Matter of fact, quite honestly, they're in better condition than the roads I drove on in the United States, which completely blows my mind. But, countries have priorities, with their tax dollars. So something to think about. I haven't had any problem with roads here. Matter of fact, they're building a lot of new roads and overpasses. You're always seeing them expand the highways in Thailand, which is pretty cool. The fourth topic that comes up quite a bit is healthcare and healthcare costs. Now, I come from the United States, and I'm 55 years old as of this video. All of my healthcare was done in the United States. So I know no different until I came to Thailand. And I just have to say this, the way I'm treated when I go to a hospital or a doctor's office, the way I'm treated from a doctor or a nurse here, there's just no comparison. They're very kind, they're very patient, and they take the time to really explain in great detail, this is what this is for, this is what we found, we're going to check this, that, or whatever. And you're not rushed. In the United States, when the doctor comes in to the doctor room where you're sitting, he comes in out of breath, slams himself down into the chair, gets the chart out. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Like 3 minutes, maybe. You're lucky if you get 2 or 3 minutes with that doctor and they're right out the door. You don't have that here, which is incredible. And I don't understand it, but that is the juice is worth the squeeze, if for nothing else, healthcare and healthcare costs in Thailand. So I've seen many doctors. I'm going to share a quick story with you here, but for those of you interested, healthcare is at a premium. Some of the hospitals in the major metropolitan cities in Bangkok are first world. They're incredible. They have highly skilled specialists. Some of these hospitals look like 5-star hotels. It's absolutely incredible. So, and the costs are still very reasonable. If you need dental work and maybe you don't have exact health care that you need, or maybe you just don't have the insurance, or maybe you can't handle the premiums for the insurance in wherever you're at in the world for dental care, come to Thailand. Get your teeth done here. I've gotten more dental work done here for pennies on the dollar than I did in the United States. So, and this is my personal experience. Everyone might not have the same experience, but I've been able to get everything I ever wanted done here, except veneers and all that stuff, which you can do for a fraction of the cost here, if that's something you need. So healthcare and healthcare costs are very reasonable, and it's easy to get in to see a doctor. It's not calling on hold for 20 minutes, Dr. So-and-so can see you 6 weeks from now on a Thursday at 3 o'clock. It doesn't work that way here. Go in, maybe you have to sit for an hour. Maybe you have to sit for 2 hours to see the doctor, but you will see the doctor. It's different. So, and I'm gonna do a whole video on healthcare. I think it's fascinating, really. I'm learning so much on how healthcare is run here because it's very convenient and very low cost. Okay, I could go on forever about that one. The fifth one that comes up in his topics here are, what's daily life really like, Jim? He goes, I'll paraphrase. I watch all these videos about Thailand. It gets me all excited. Everybody seems like they're having a great time and they love life there. What's it really like? He says, cut out the BS. What's the real story? The real story is this. I live in Thailand for a reason. I could live anywhere in the world I want. I'm very fortunate. My wife and I are in a position where if we wanted to go travel and live in a different country, we could certainly do that. And I've been around the world, and there's been a lot of places that are just amazingly beautiful, not only Thailand, but Thailand, there's something special. There's something different about Thai people, Thai culture, day-to-day life here, you know, and this is a Buddhist country, and they take their religion very seriously, and it creates an environment that's very different than Western cultures where I come from. You don't see the blow-ups in lines at shopping centers or at the bank, or someone losing their mind in a parking lot, and you know, all that ballistic, crazy stuff that you see on a daily basis, the road rage. Driving here is a challenge, okay? But even, I call it semi-controlled chaos. Even though the driving's kind of crazy, there's a level of respect to it, and they figure it out. They understand what they're doing, and you either start to learn how that works, but generally speaking, even at that, there's no massive, ridiculous blow-ups. And you know, in living in the States, the stress levels are extremely high. You know, you just look at the past election and what happened, you know, and I'm not laughing at the US because of that or anyone in particular. It's just when you live here long enough and you see what day-to-day life is like, it's an enjoyable place to live. And that's why I'm here. And that's why the channel is called Passport to Thailand. I think it's important for people like myself that would have never come here without my wife bringing me here on vacation. It wasn't on my radar. You know, when I was I was looking at retiring in the UK or in South America. Those were my two targets when I was looking to retire. And I'd spent a lot of time in South America, beautiful country, love the people, food, it's okay. Heavy on the carb side, everything was carb, which I was really overweight for a long time because of eating like that. Thailand, I've dropped a ton of weight. I'm much healthier. Thailand has done a lot for my health, and that's because of the food here. It's all natural, it's organic. We eat fresh every day. Think about eating fresh, organic food 3 times a day for a year. You're gonna change the way you look, the way you feel. You're gonna drop a ton of weight. You know, in the US, just almost impossible to live that way. You know, there's some special people that, you know, really make the effort, but it's tough and it's very expensive. Here, food is so cheap. On average, it's about $1.50 to $2 a plate. So, but the Thai people in daily life, there is something to say about it. And so I'm gonna end this video with this. If you're thinking about Thailand as an option to retire, stop watching videos, get on an airplane, come on over to Thailand, and spend as long as you can. And also, with your time here, try to go to as many different cities as you can. I'm gonna give you some recommendations here on the cities that I think you should visit on your first time to Thailand. Of course, we'll start with Bangkok. From there, go to Pattaya. From Pattaya, go across the Gulf of Thailand to Hua Hin. Then when you've done that, if you'd like to go to the islands, go to Phuket, Koh Samui. You're right down in that general area if you have time. Then I recommend that you go up to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Nan, the province of Nan. That's where I live. Udon Thani and all the Mekong River cities over there are beautiful. Those are the best options for someone brand new coming here with maybe the limited amount of time. Maybe you got 2 weeks. Hopefully you have a little bit more than that. If you're already retired, use that as a guide to go throughout your time here on your retirement. You'll find that all the cities are very different. They have a different feel, a different vibe. Some cost a little different. Some are more expensive, some are less. Some are really chill. Some are more traditional, deep Thai culture where English is not really spoken very much at all. And you might not even see any foreigners, quite frankly. Where I live, up here in the Nan province, I can count the foreigners on one hand that are up here, and we all know each other. So it's just different, you know, all throughout the different cities in Thailand. But here's my ending statement to everyone. Is the juice Thailand worth the squeeze? My answer is yes, it is. Do your due diligence, make sure you come here and you spend the time to visit those cities I mentioned earlier. And I think you won't go wrong. That gives you a good feel for what Thailand really is all about. And if you're still interested in more retirement and more ideas about retiring in Thailand, check out some of my other videos here. And also here's a special message for the next several weeks to end this month of November 2024. We are headed out on another adventure, and I'm bringing everybody along. It's going to be a very extensive travel over the next 3 weeks. We're going through some really special parts of northern Thailand that I want to bring you along for, and I think it'll be very exciting. So for those of you that are looking to retire in Thailand, make sure you stick around for the next 2 weeks to get my notifications. Please subscribe. We're going to see some really cool things up north. So with that, thank you everybody for all the support. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And again, if you haven't subscribed, if you could please do so, it helps the channel out immensely. I'm Jim with Passport to Thailand. And remember, in life, there's always an option, and Thailand is definitely worth the squeeze. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Take care.